Hey guys, so you remember that guy from Taiwan? Awesome bowl cut, sang some Whitney Houston, better than Whitney Houston. And his video went viral. It was awesome. Anyway, his name is Lin Yu Chun, and this past week, he actually scored a major record deal. Record deal? If I should stay, I will only be in your way. Big shout out to Lin Yu Chun. A huge congratulations to him for a major record deal. And if you're watching this and you happen to work for a record label, hook a brother up. So welcome to Ronnie's Reviews. This week we are going to talk about Shrek Forever After in 3D. The fourth installment in the Shrek franchise, and frankly it's a franchise that I thought was really dying. When I watched the first Shrek, I really liked it. I watched it in the theaters. I thought it was hilarious, and it appealed to a broad audience. It appealed to little kids. It appealed to adults. The problem was that I thought was Shrek was such a big hit that they dumbed down the part 2 and part 3 for the kids. It was really just a cash cow. Now, this latest installment, I went into it without really expecting much. Because I was really actually disappointed with the sequels, with the Shrek sequels, and where it was going as a franchise, or at least where I thought it was going as a franchise. But I gotta say, this fourth one really surprised me. It surprised me. First of all, it's in 3D, which for me is always a plus. For the most part, there have been a few bad ones, Clash of the Titans. But 3D in general for me is always fun. It had the 3D thing going for it, for sure. And as I was watching this movie, I was brought back to that same feeling that I had when I watched the first one. I found myself laughing at parts that I knew weren't necessarily for little kids. And believe me, this is a PG movie, so parental guidance is suggested, just like all the Shreks. But this latest installment wasn't dumbed down for the kids. There's definitely stuff in here that the kids aren't necessarily gonna get. Now, they'll still enjoy it. I guarantee you they will enjoy it. But just like the first one, there's some stuff in there that adults and grown-ups can really enjoy sitting through, unlike perhaps the other sequels. So for me, it brought back the good time and the experience that made the first Shrek so fun. So I enjoyed watching it. Like I said, I was really surprised because I was expecting it to suck, frankly. I was pleasantly surprised, and I'm glad I went to see this movie. As far as the grade goes, I'd have to give it like a 3.5 to a 3.75. I mean, it's a strong movie. The kids will enjoy it, and the grown-ups will enjoy it too. There's some genuinely hilarious parts to this movie. It's a good time that will be had by all. So the rental of the week is a British film called Death at a Funeral. So some of you might be like, whoa. Death at a Funeral is an American movie and it just came out a few weeks ago. Starring Chris Rock, Martin Lawrence, Danny Glover, Tracy Morgan, Zoe Saldana, and it's still out in the theaters, and it's not from England. Okay, yeah, you're right. That movie is still out. I haven't seen it. It's still in the theaters. The movie I'm talking about is actually a British film. This is the original Death at a Funeral. Rated R, came out in 2007, directed by the venerable Frank Oz. The cast of this film is headed up by Matthew McFadden. Here's the thing. I love this movie. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. I gotta say, I'm kind of partial because I really like British comedies. I like the humor, the wit. I find it really funny. One of the things I really love about British cinema is that they do ensemble so well. The example that I can think of is Gosford Park. That's an ensemble piece, and they do it so very well. And same thing with this one. It was, I mentioned Brian McFadden, but it doesn't just star him. He's not like the lead. It's an ensemble piece, and the cast does so well. Comedic timing for these guys, it's so spot on. Everybody is really on point. And it's just a funny movie. going into it, I thought I had already seen a lot of it from the previews of the American version, but still, the Brits deliver in a way that is really unique to them, unique to British cinema, and like I said, I really loved it. I don't know about the American version. I haven't seen it. Maybe I'll rent it. But this original is so strong and solid that I don't know if I really want to see the American version. Grading, honestly, I'll give it a 4. I'll give it a 4, maybe a 4.25 even out of 5. I liked it that much. I liked it that much. Like I said, I like British comedies. I like British films, and this one was a good one. This one was definitely a good one. Highly recommend. Had a good time watching it. And so go check that out. Movie news, Megan Fox.
Words are flowing out like endless rain into a paper cup. They slither wildly as they slip away.
Megan Fox is not going to be in the next Transformers movie. Can you believe that? Apparently it's because of, the squabbling that's been happening between herself and director Michael Bay. Now, I'm tending to side with Megan Fox on this one. And it's only because Michael Bay is notorious for having the reputation of being an absolute on set. Now, mind you, this is completely unsubstantiated. I've never worked on a Michael Bay picture, so I can't really say. I'm sure he's a pleasant guy. But what I can say about the situation is that if you lose Megan Fox, if you cut her out of the picture, you're losing the demographic of boys between the ages of 13 and 35. I think it's kind of a bad move on their part to not have her in the picture, because she's a big reason why a lot of dudes watch it. I don't know, that's just me. Oh yeah, and one more thing. You guys remember the bottle that Tony Stark was using in Iron Man 2 that we were talking about? Well, you can actually get your very own bottle from the company. It's called KOR Water. And what they have actually done is they've given me a special code that you can put in, and you can get 15% off when you buy a bottle. So you can find the link to that website and the code for the 15% off in the description of this video. And if you're interested in learning about Yoli, which is a healthy beverage, no additives, no preservatives, no sugar, tastes great. It's a healthy beverage that I actually drink with my KOR bottle. You can learn about that as well. The link is also in the description of this video. So that's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Until next week, this is Ronnie Cruz. And remember, when you go to the movies, keep the commentary to yourself, because I guarantee you, you are not as funny as you think.